In the beginning there was God. The universe was void and darkness covered the face of the deep. But then God spoke and light pierced through the darkness, bringing forth the dawn of creation. From the dust of the earth he formed Adam, the first man. God sculpted him with his own hands, shaping him with care and precision. Every detail was meticulously crafted, from the strands of hair on his head to the soles of his feet. With a breath, he gave him life. This breath was not just air, but the very essence of life itself. Adam's eyes opened and he took his first breath, feeling the warmth of the sun and the coolness of the earth beneath him. From Adam's rib he created Eve, the first woman. God blessed them. He called them good. Eve was a perfect companion for Adam, and together they were the pinnacle of God's creation. They were placed in the Garden of Eden, a paradise filled with every kind of plant and animal. He gave them dominion over the earth and all its creatures. They were stewards of this new world, tasked with caring for it and nurturing it. The animals roamed freely and the plants flourished under their watchful eyes.
Adam and Eve walked with God in the garden. They had a close relationship with their Creator, speaking with Him and learning from Him. Every day was a new adventure, filled with discovery and wonder. They lived in perfect harmony. There was no pain, no suffering, and no death. The garden was a place of peace and joy where every need was met and every desire was fulfilled. Their hearts overflowed with love for their Creator. The world was new. Everything was good. They were the caretakers of this paradise, living in a state of bliss and contentment. The dawn of humanity was a time of innocence and purity, a time when the world was as it was meant to be.
Time passed. The world changed. Adam, at 130 years old, looked upon his son, Seth. He saw in Seth a reflection of himself, a continuation of his lineage.
But more importantly, I saw a glimmer of hope, a chance to restore our relationship with God. I taught Seth about the Creator, about the garden, about the importance of faith and obedience.
I listened intently, my heart heavy with the weight of our history, yet hopeful for the future.
Seth lived a long life. He witnessed the birth of his son, Enosh. Enosh's arrival filled Seth's heart with joy. It was a sign that God's promise continued. The lineage wasn't just about blood, it was about faith.
Enosh grew strong in his faith. He understood the responsibility he carried. He taught his children about the Lord. He instilled in them the importance of prayer and worship.
Enosh, in turn, watched his son Kenan grow. He saw his curiosity, his desire to learn and understand. Kenan was different. He possessed a quiet strength, a determination to walk in God's ways. Kenan learned from his father and his grandfather. He embraced their faith. He carried the torch of their beliefs, passing it down to his children and their children after them. Section 5. Mahalalel, a life dedicated to the divine. Kenan's son Mahalalel was a man of deep faith. He dedicated his life to the Lord. Mahalalel sought God's wisdom. He found solace in prayer. Mahalalel's piety influenced those around him. People were drawn to his gentle spirit and his unwavering devotion. He became a beacon of hope in a world that was slowly drifting away from God. Section 6. Jared, nurturing faith in the next generation. Mahalalel and his wife raised their son, Jared. Jared was a curious child, always asking questions, seeking knowledge. He wanted to understand the world and his place in it. Mahalalel nurtured Jared's curiosity. He taught him about God's creation, about the stories of their ancestors, and the importance of preserving their faith. Section 7. Enoch, walking with God. Jared's son Enoch was different. He had a unique connection with God. The scriptures tell us Enoch walked with God.
His faith was not just a belief, it was a way of life.
Enoch's life was a testament to his faith. He lived with integrity, righteousness, and unwavering devotion. His walk with God was not a metaphorical journey, but a literal communion with the divine. Section 8. Methuselah, witness to generations. Enoch's son Methuselah lived the longest of all the patriarchs. He witnessed generations come and go. He saw the best and worst of humanity. Through it all, Methuselah remained steadfast in his faith. He became a living link to the past, a bridge between the time of Adam and the coming of Noah. Section 9. Lamech, Hope in a New Dawn. Methuselah's son Lamech lived in a time of increasing wickedness. The world was spiraling further away from God. Yet when his son Noah was born, Lamech felt a glimmer of hope. He named his son Noah, which means rest or comfort. Lamech prophesied, "This one will bring us relief from our work and from the toil of our hands." He saw in Noah the promise of a new beginning. Section 10. Noah, a beacon of faith, a covenant renewed. In the annals of history, few stories resonate as deeply as that of Noah, a man whose unwavering faith and obedience to God set him apart in a world teetering on the brink of destruction. Noah grew to be a righteous man, blameless in his generation. In a time when corruption and violence had spread across the earth, Noah's integrity shone like a beacon. He was a man of principle, steadfast in his devotion to God, and unyielding in his commitment to righteousness. He walked with God, just as his great-grandfather Enoch had done. God saw Noah's faithfulness. This walk was not merely a physical journey, but a spiritual one, a daily communion with the divine. Noah's life was a testament to the power of faith and the importance of maintaining a close relationship with God. He chose Noah to build an ark, to save his family and the animals from the flood. This monumental task was not just a test of Noah's carpentry skills, but a profound act of trust and obedience. God provided detailed instructions, and Noah followed them meticulously, understanding the gravity of his mission.
Noah obeyed. He built the ark. Day after day, he and his family labored, cutting wood, shaping beams, and assembling the massive structure. Their work was a labor of love and faith, a tangible expression of their belief in God's promise. He gathered his family and the animals. The flood came. The world was cleansed. As the rains poured and the waters rose, Noah's ark became a sanctuary, a vessel of salvation amidst the chaos. The flood waters washed away the corruption, leaving a blank slate for a new beginning. And when the waters receded, Noah, his family, and the animals emerged. They stepped onto a renewed earth, a world reborn from the waters of judgment. The air was fresh, the land was cleansed, and a sense of hope filled their hearts. A new covenant was made. God placed a rainbow in the sky as a sign of his promise never to flood the earth again. This covenant was a symbol of God's mercy and faithfulness, a reminder that even in judgment there is hope and renewal. Noah's story is a powerful testament to the enduring power of faith and the unbreakable bond between God and humanity.
Section 11. A legacy of faith, a promise of new beginnings. From Adam to Noah, the lineage is a testament to the power of faith. This lineage is not just a list of names, but a chronicle of lives lived with purpose and devotion. Each name represents a story, a journey of faith that has been passed down through generations. These stories are woven into the very fabric of our existence, reminding us of the strength and resilience that comes from unwavering belief. It is a story of hope, resilience, and the unwavering belief in a promise. This promise made by God has been the guiding light for countless generations. It is a promise of salvation, of a better future, and of a world where faith and love prevail. The sunrise over the valley symbolizes the dawn of new beginnings, a fresh start that is always within reach for those who believe. These men and their families faced challenges we can only imagine. Yet, their faith endured. They walked through deserts, faced harsh climates, and overcame numerous obstacles. Their determination and perseverance are a testament to the power of faith. The weathered hands holding together symbolize the unity and strength that comes from shared beliefs and mutual support. They pass down their beliefs, their stories, and their hopes to their children. Around the fire, elders would share tales of their ancestors, instilling in the younger generation a sense of identity and purpose. The scrolls handed down through the ages are not just documents, but sacred texts that carry the wisdom and teachings of those who came before us. These teachings have shaped our values, our morals, and our understanding of the world. Their legacy reminds us that even in the darkest of times, even when the world seems lost, God's love and mercy endure. The light breaking through the clouds is a powerful symbol of hope and divine intervention. It reassures us that no matter how dire the situation, there is always a glimmer of hope. The family huddled together in a storm represents the strength and comfort that comes from being united in faith. The cross, standing tall against the sky, is a beacon of God's unwavering presence and love. We are all part of this lineage, connected by faith and the promise of new beginnings. This connection transcends time and space, linking us to our ancestors and to each other. The diverse group of people holding hands symbolizes the unity and inclusivity of our faith. The path leading to a new day represents the journey we are all on, a journey towards a brighter future. As we walk towards the sunrise, we carry with us the legacy of those who came before us and the promise of new beginnings that lies ahead.